what's up? It's Wednesday, so y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Wednesday's Word for Women show, the remix. Oh my gosh, I missed you guys so very much. I have been gone a couple of weeks, and for those of you that know the reason why, I want to publicly thank you for all your prayers and your support. In that time, we are out. It is good. It's clear, and so I just really want to thank you guys so much. The power of prayer is real. It really does make all the difference. Sure hope your day is rocking this entire planet and your week has been flipping along fantabulously. And we are remembering, I hope the last couple of weeks that y'all remember, been practicing. You don't let nobody kill your vibe or steal your joy. Your attitude, responses, and reactions is yours and yours alone. You get to dictate what kind of day you are going to have. And since that is true, you go out here and be your best self in wherever you got to be, and that makes the difference. So, okay, I'm going to be quick today. Have a couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about allowances. Allow is to give someone permission or give them the necessary time and opportunity for a thing. Allowed is past tense of that. Allowances is the amount of something that is permitted. And so, allow. What are you allowing in your life? The problem ain't what's happening. You know, a lot of the stuff that happens to us and around us is not. We can't help it. We are not the cause of whatever it is. The issue is, why are we allowing it in our space, in our life? And should it be allowed? Should you be giving allowances, like navigating the difference between the two? Because sometimes you do have to. We all should give people allowances. We should all give people the amount of time that it takes to, build a relationship, start a new thing, do the thing, work through the whatever. You always have to give people allowances, because after all, we are all human. But then we also have to be careful of what we give someone the opportunity to keep doing. With what we have allowed to happen. See, once someone has shown you who they are, you believe them, then it is on you what is allowed to continue. So allowances actually is your tool to navigate what should and should not be allowed for you. And sometimes, guys, what's allowed here should not be allowed there, and what's allowed there should not be allowed here. And so it's very important that we learn the difference between allowed, and allowances. And I think if we get a handle and a grasp on that, guys, I promise you, we will start getting the results, and we will start navigating through whatever it is at a much better pace, and a much better frame of mind, in a mental state, and with lighter loads in life. Sometimes some stuff we are allowing from others, or what we have allowed to be placed on us, is killing us. It is weighing us down. And so Erykah Badu had that song Bad Lady. I loved it so much I would sing it if I knew people wouldn't be talking about me. But anywho, she had the song Bad Lady, and it was talking, about bad lady, you gonna hurt your back carrying all those bags like that. It's because we have allowed so much stuff. And you know what? There is nothing anybody should be ashamed of or feel bad of, because we've all allowed some crazy mess, some stupid stuff. We've all been a fool for somebody. Everybody been a fool for love. Everybody done got took advantage of. Everybody done got manipulated. Everybody done got used. Everybody got done wrong. Like there's no shame in the game, and that we've allowed it. But the key is to make sure that you are not making allowances for that kind of mess to continue. And so how do we make allowances? How do we give someone continue to keep giving someone the opportunity to do that which we know is not conducive to our life, who we are, our space, where we're going, what we're supposed to do? How do we manage that? Well, I'm going to go very simple and basic. How is this connection, this relationship, this tie, how is this affecting, one, the purpose for your life, two, your community, three, your relationships, four, your mental, five, your spirit? How is this? You cannot tell me you do not know the difference between something that is good for you or something that is negative and is negatively affecting you. You can't get away from negativity. We are not supposed to just throw nobody away because we don't have an affinity for them, or we don't like them. Like that's not that. You still got to rock and deal with people. You just put your boundaries, but you don't throw nobody away for that. But I'm talking about in your everyday life. If it is not God ordained that you be having this struggle, why in the world would you add upon that by allowing someone or something that you know is taking, is negatively affecting that which you are called, where you are supposed to be, where you are supposed to do? Why would you add to what's already going to be difficult? Why would you allow that? Why do we allow that? At the end of the day, we have to admit it's our insecurities. Insecurities of what we will be if we don't have it, or if they're gone. The insecurity of I failed. The insecurity of some of us are placing our identity in people, places, and things. And if we don't have that, we have nothing. We don't think. It's not the truth, but that's what you think. So make sure that whatever that is, what you're allowing is supposed to be allowed. I did not say without the absence of struggle, because we are going to have struggle. We need struggle in our life, and relationships actually are going to go through ups and downs, conflict and all that. But I'm saying those things that you know need to exit stage left, you need to first ask yourself, what is in me that is allowing this? What's up with me? Is this a thing, or is it just, this is what I've always done? It don't have to be like no deep thing. It could be just, it's been this way, so that's just what it is. Those things happen too. Just make sure you get your own clarity of why are you allowing what you are allowing. Should it be allowed, or should you make allowances, or should you cut this tie, this connection? And another thing about allowances, I think we would do well to understand that what we think should or should not be allowed could actually be wrong. We could be the ones looking at this thing wrong. We could have the wrong perspective. We could be looking at this thing from our own issues and insecurities and brokenness. And so just make sure that you understand, is this a me thing or a them thing? Because sometimes, y'all, it's something wrong with me, but it can also be you. A lot of times it is a you, and you know the difference when it's a you and a me. Just make that distinction. And the last thing I will say is I hope that you can open yourself to be allowed to be loved, to be cared for, to be helped, to be supported, to be included, to be part of something. We are in a desperate state of loneliness and isolation right now, guys, and we've got to give some, we've got to allow people into our spaces, into our hearts. I know it's scary. I know it's like people suck. Okay, you and I suck too. So just find out what sucky, your sucky and my sucky match. I can deal with your sucky, you can deal with mine. Okay, we gonna be all right. You just have to do it like that, because everybody and all people are gonna be messy. They're gonna hurt you. They're gonna, do the wrong thing. I mean, come on. We're all human, but please allow yourself to be open. Please open up, y'all. It is a epidemic of people being so alone and so lonely that they're riding out of here. They're taking their lives. Their mental health is at an all-time level of extreme craziness. And by that I mean, I'm not calling anybody crazy. I'm talking about crazy actions and stuff, because folks' mind ain't right. And so just remember to look at the big picture. Look at the big picture, guys, and see if it's something that you are contributing to, or somebody's contributing to you. Just make sure you're clear on that. Okay, guys? It seems like it ain't nothing, but it really, really is. R&B singer R. Kelly found guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering. Hey guys, it is now time for Ask Pastor Payne, and it is a hot topic. It is not a question. This week it is a topic, okay? And this is a trigger alert. If you have any kind of sexual abuse or any of those kind of things trigger you, you might want to go ahead and cut me off now. But I want to talk about, so yesterday we had the Monday you had the R. Kelly verdict. Now, for those of you who do not know, R. Kelly is a R&B singer who, for years, since way back in like 94, 93, 94, has been accused of first being a pedophile, messing with underage girls. He's had a lot of court cases and stuff. He got off. He did come to find out marry Aaliyah, which was another R&B singer, and she was 15 at the time, but he lied and they faked her age, and he married her, but that subsequently got annulled. But he did marry her, and she was 15. And so for all these years, it's been just accusation after accusation. He's never been convicted. Been settled out of court. One time there was the accusation of he urinated on a underage girl, and that got thrown out. So all the things back then, allegedly, year after year after year, has been dogging this man. And the community, generally, it's either a strong he ain't did nothing, or a strong yes he is. It's like either you believe he did it or not. Kind of like another pop star, Michael Jackson, that either you strongly believe he did or you strongly believe he died. That's the kind of thing that's been going on with R. Kelly since 93, 94. But here's the thing. I'm not here to talk about that. He actually he got convicted Monday of all these sex crime, of underage girl racketeering, but he got convicted on every count. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Finally, there is some justice of what has been going on. It is 2021, and he is just now getting convicted. My thing is not about that. My thing is about how, what as a community, y'all, when are we going to start holding the people, not just the person who is perpetrating the thing, but those that make it, those that are culpable, who have responsibility, that help them do these acts. He is convicted, but here's the thing: what about the people that help facilitate him getting the underage girls, them taking them across state lines, bringing to them, going to get them? He was in a group. He used to be R. Kelly in the public announcement. Well, they walked in on him having sex with underage girls. When is it that we are going to say no more and not turn a blind eye just because that's our jam, or just because they're celebrities they somehow get some kind of pass or something for these atrocity and abuses that they do? No. When are we going to demand things from people? And here's the thing: when you think that you can't do anything, I tell you this: we are a capitalist country. Money talks. If they only get the clout that we give them, every public official, if we demanded more, we would get more. When we gonna stand up and say we're tired of this? When are we gonna stand up for the voiceless? When are we gonna stand up for the ones, just because they are the less than, that they somehow are not afforded justice, that they don't get any consideration? And I tell you what, you can say this is not, because we have the Harvey Weinsteins, we have all of that, so this is not a color thing, but I'm telling you, it's more apt to be differentiated in the courts and in what's allowed and what's not allowed. I think we've got to be the difference. We have got to swing the pendulum of justice in this country. We've got to start demanding they get to do what we allow them to do, which is what the word was about. They only get to do what is allowed. When we vote our officials in, voting is coming up. Make sure you go vote, but you better know who you voting for. You allow someone to make decisions in your life by your voting or your lack thereof. You have power. I have power. And if we could collectively come together, then we can be a force. Can we all just agree on the fact that we are tired of our babies getting hurt? We are tired of the abuses. We are tired of our children and loved ones, and even boys, even men, or young people that cannot defend themselves, taken advantage of, and being not justly protected by the law, by families in some instances, by communities. Can we take responsibility for our people, for our loved ones? Just something to think about, y'all. This stuff is getting out of hand, and there is a responsibility, and I don't know how, and I don't know when, but if you know of these kind of things and you are silent, you are a guilty party in this, because they can't do some of this mess without the people to help them. And so they are just as guilty. And don't think that we are somehow less guilty because, oh, well, I didn't actually do anything. If you are helping someone to do it, boo-boo, you an accomplice. And you should be held to some form of responsibility too. That's all I had to say, y'all. Protect our babies. We got to protect these kids, these young boys and girls, these tweens, these teens. We've got to protect the weaker. And we've got to protect folks from power and abuses that feel that lives don't matter, that innocence doesn't matter anymore. That's a lie straight from the pits of hell. Let's take back our power to protect and raise our children. You guys be blessed. I'll see you next week.